So after winning our last two league matches, up next is Nottingham Forest in the Premier League, a team struggling at the bottom of the league in a relegation fight. Let's make it 3 in a row, let's beat Nottingham Forest, and let's get into the preview. So of course, following the 2-0 defeat to Newcastle United, we bounced back with 2 straight wins over Brentford and Everton. 2 very good performances where we looked in complete control and we could have scored a lot more goals. Meanwhile, for Nottingham Forest, currently sitting 16th in the Premier League, they have not won a match in the league from the 7th of February and they really are struggling. In the past 2 meetings this season, United have beat them at Old Trafford and we beat them, of course, in the League Cup home and away. So 2 very comprehensive results against Nottingham Forest. Let's make it a 4th win over Nottingham Forest this season. Of course, a very hard team to predict how they're going to set up. So many players brought in this season, but I think Forest, they'll probably line up something like this. So it is always hard to predict just how Nottingham Forest will play. Of course, so many players brought in this year that seem to have brought in an entire new squad in the last 2 transfer windows, but some players definitely will start for them in this one. So Dean Henderson, of course, he will miss out, obviously being a United loanee, but Keylor Navas is their goalkeeper. So surprising to see Keylor Navas, a player who's won everything in football, multiple Champions Leagues, La Ligas, French leagues, of course, now in a relegation fight with Nottingham Forest. It shows the pull of Premier League, of course, and looking at the rest of that team, some players definitely we need to watch out for. Definitely Morgan Gibbs-White and Brennan Johnson, 2 very good young players, a lot of energy and a lot of intensity. Most recently we've seen Brennan Johnson deployed as pretty much a striker through the middle, looking to hit teams in behind, especially when teams play a high line against Nottingham Forest. Brennan Johnson can be very dangerous. 10 goals this season, certainly their best player. Gibbs-White, another player, came in for an awful lot of money from Wolves in the summer and he has done quite well at Forest, at a team that is struggling, but do expect Forest to sit back. They will line up with a back 5 in this one. The likes of Worrell, of course, will be in there. Kouyaté, Shelvey in front of them will try to shelter the back 5 and they will try to hit us on the break through those wing backs and through Brennan Johnson and Morgan Gibbs-White as a forward outlet. So expect some changes in this one. Erik ten Hag, he will change his system, change the players at his disposal to try beat this low block, create some chances, score some goals. So in goals, of course, David De Gea at right back, Diogo Dalot. We need that progression down that right hand side. So much better on the ball than Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and Dalot, he will be important in this match. Centre backs, they pick themselves. Rafael Varane, Lisandro Martinez for sure. Left back, it all comes down to Luke Shaw's fitness. Now Malacia has been a good deputy, a good backup player this season for United, but Luke Shaw, if he's fit, he has to start this match. Moving into that midfield, the 3 should pick themselves. Casemiro, Christian Eriksen, Bruno Fernandes. We need the progression, we need the ball playing ability to create chances and make things happen in this match. Of course, moving into that forward line, without Rashford, without Garnacho, it is quite obvious who will play. Jadon Sancho off that left hand side, Anthony Martial through the middle and Antony on the right. So that's my forward 3. They need to take their chances when they come in this match and they need to be clinical, need to be productive and have some risk in their play. Far too often Sancho and Antony, they have been quite passive, not willing to take risks. In this match we need them to create good chances and take the chances for themselves when they do come. So 2 key players in this match. Up first is Bruno Fernandes, probably our most important creative player. In recent weeks we've seen a real maturity around Bruno's overall game, his position, playing deeper, making things happen against the likes of Everton and Brentford. Hopefully in this match he can do the same. Pull the strings from deep, create opportunities, be tidy in possession. Obviously Forest, they will try to hit us on the counter-attack. We need to prevent that, and with Bruno hopefully playing to the best of his ability, we can create some chances, be tidy in possession in and around their penalty box and make some things happen. Bruno Fernandes, of course, 11 goals as well. He is a source of goals, our 2nd top goal scorer this season, and Bruno has to have a big match in this one. The 2nd key player, it's another creative player. It's going to be Christian Eriksen. Now up against Forest, we need to be tidy on the ball. They will try to press us, try to go on the counter-attack. What we need to do in this one is have Eriksen and Bruno linking up with themselves, linking up with Casemiro and the forward three as well. With Nottingham Forest likely to play a back five in this one, we should have a free man in midfield, be it Casemiro, Bruno or Eriksen. They need to get on the ball, make things happen and be tidy in possession, take our opportunities when they come, and I think if we score one goal, maybe two, that could be game, set and match for Manchester United. So how to beat Nottingham Forest? Well, this season Forest have 24 goals scored, 54 goals conceded. So that's a rate, of course, of over 2 goals conceded for every goal scored. If we can score 1, score 2, we certainly will win this match. Forest, they will give us opportunities. We need to be clinical, take those chances. Watch out for the counter as well. With Gibbs White and Brennan Johnson leading the line, they will try to hit us on the counter attack. Nottingham Forest, they are where they are in the league for a reason, in a relegation fight, because they have not been good enough across the season. Of course, great goalkeeper in Keylor Navas. We have to be clinical. We have to put them to the sword. Of course, I think Nottingham Forest, a good team, a lot of good young players. They will bring a high effort, high intensity style of play, and hopefully we can get the best of them in this match. I think we will. I think if we take 1 or 2 chances, we will see this match off, win another match, another 3 points in our top 4 race this season. So with all that in mind, it's time for some predictions. So obviously, difficult match coming up for us, a lot to play for. They will be up for this, the crowd will be up for this. Let's hope we can take our chances, be clinical and score a couple of goals. So with that in mind, I'm going for a 3-0 win to Manchester United, going big in this one. Goal scorers, Antony Martial, Jadon Sancho and Bruno Fernandes. So that's my predictions, guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments as always. Thank you very much for watching and I will see you in the next one.